To celebrate the 30th anniversary of the Legend of Zelda series, I decided to make a video of my top 5 favorite Zelda games. I made one a couple weeks ago, my top 5 Mario games, so I figure it's only fitting to do one for the Zelda series. So let's get started. The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess was the very first Zelda game that we actually got to see Link in an environment with such great quality. I mean, it wasn't exactly HD because it was on the Wii, obviously, but if you actually want to play this game in HD, they actually re-released it on the Wii U, so you can actually buy Twilight Princess HD. But I remember playing this game even on the Wii and just being blown away by how beautiful everything looked. And it was really, really cool because you never really got to play a Zelda game that looked that good. You know, most of the other Zelda games before that were a little blocky and it didn't really have those smooth graphics like the Wii, gave us. So I really loved the game. The story was cool. My only complaint with the game was the very beginning, when you're Wolf Link. There's like that big long tutorial. It's like a couple hours and you're the wolf and you can't change to Link till later on. That kind of got a little tiresome. I know a lot of people liked it, but for me it got a little tiresome. But it was a great game, and that's why it comes in at number 5 for me. The Legend of Zelda Link Between Worlds was an amazing game. I know a lot of people probably did not expect me to have this on my top 5 list, having a 3DS title as one of my top 5 Zelda games, but The Link Between Worlds was an amazing game. It was really... Well, I think what really got me was it was so simple. It was like not overcomplicated, I guess. I know a lot of Zelda games, you get in these, these dungeons and you get stuck because the puzzles are crazy hard. This game really had a nice mix of like not hard. It was challenging, but it wasn't crazy. It was just such a joy to play. And I actually went back and I actually beat it a second time. So I've actually beat this game twice because it was really enjoyable to play. If you're a Zelda fan and you always thought Zelda games were a little too hard for you, this game is a really good starter game to actually get into the Zelda series, I think. It's not too hard. I think kids, when they play this, they'll actually be able to figure out some of the puzzles, even the harder ones, because the way everything's laid out in this game, it's really good. It tells a really great story. I love that you can actually stick on the wall like a painting. I love that concept of this game. It was really well. I know a lot of people complain that the game's a little short, and it is. And that's why I 100% this game. I got all the heart pieces. I got all the collectibles. I pretty much did everything you can do in this game, and I did it twice because it's a really fun game. And I know some of you might disagree, but The Legend of Zelda Link Between Worlds is definitely on my top 5. That's why it comes in at number 4. The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD comes in at number 3. I know this may be a shock to some of you, but I didn't really play the original Wind Waker when it came out on the GameCube because a lot of my friends got it and they hated it and just told me how much they did not like it. And I'll be honest, the idea of sailing on a boat in the open ocean like that with a long travel through the ocean seemed kind of lame and boring, but they fixed all that with Wind Waker HD. It doesn't take nowhere near as long to travel the ocean. They fixed a lot of the complaints that people had with the original, and that's why this comes in at number 3. I mean, it's a really great game. The story's phenomenal. I really love the cartoony graphics. They really polished it up. Looks really good. I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I did. I definitely didn't think it was going to make my top 5 lists of Zelda games of all time, but this game definitely does. If you're like me and you didn't play Wind Waker growing up as a kid, you never gave it a chance when it was on the GameCube, you owe it to yourself to give it a chance on the Wii U because they really did redo it. They really made everything a lot better. They took out all the crap that nobody liked, and it's such an amazing game, so I highly recommend you check out Wind Waker HD. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword is such an amazing game, okay? When this game first came out, I was like, oh boy, they're really pushing these motion controls. This game's going to be garbage. Right away, I was not liking it. But then I kept seeing these trailers, how beautiful the art style was. You know, they use a really different type of art style that's really beautiful. It came out really, really good. I really, really enjoy it. The cutscenes are just amazing. It's like it's like you're playing through a movie. It really is. And the motion controls, surprisingly, are really well done. The only problem I had with the motion controls is when you play Garaham. I think I'm saying that name wrong, maybe, I don't know. But Garaham, when you played against him, it got a little tiresome, I'm not going to lie. But besides that, everything in the game is like just flawless. It's really, really well done. And I've actually played through this game a couple times. I've done everything you can do in this game, collected everything you can do. It's a really, really, really fun game. As far as storylines goes, out of all the Zelda games, I think this game probably has, in my personal opinion, the best storyline. My wife actually watched me play this entire game. She actually cried at the end of the game because of the little cutscene at the end. She really got into this game just by watching, and that's how great this game just pulls you in. And if you haven't played this game yet, shame on you. I'm sure if you're watching this video, you probably played the game, and if you haven't, you owe it to yourself to go play Skyward Sword. It's just an amazing game. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time is by far my favorite Zelda game of all time. I remember playing this game as a kid and just losing all track of time and not knowing where the day went because countless of hours was spent in front of my TV playing this game all day. From traveling back in time, going from young Link, going in the future to adult Link, you know, and just battling the evil that Ganondorf, when he took over Hyrule, was just such a mind-blowing experience for me. It's something that I'll never forget. This is actually one of the Zelda games that I've played the most of. I've beaten this game so many times I've lost count. I can actually go play this game right now after I get done making this video and still have so much enjoyment with the game. This game never ever got old. I think anyone can play this, young or old, today and still find so much enjoyment out of it. There's just so much in this game. There's so much depth to it. The storyline is so great. I could probably make an entire video just talking about how much I love this game. So I just want to end it here and just say that Ocarina of Time is, you know, my personal opinion, the best Zelda game of all time. Thank you, Miyamoto, for just your artistic when it comes to, you know, Zelda games. And leave a comment below, guys. You know, it's the 30th anniversary of Zelda, so I say leave a comment below of your top 5 favorite Zelda games of all time and tell me why. And if you don't want to leave a comment below, make a video response. I know YouTube kind of did away with the whole video response thing, but if you make a video and leave a comment below and tell me to check out your video, I'll be sure to watch it. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I love Zelda. Hope you do too. Happy birthday to Zelda, 30th anniversary. And thanks for watching this video, guys. There'll be more to come shortly. Thanks again.